So emotional thinking, the rule is emotional thinking is always confused thinking. We have Arjuna as an example for that. He is very, very confused. And intellect does give clarity, but sometimes intellect may also give erroneous, as though erroneous clarity. Wrong may look like right. This is what Arjuna's case, his intellect was functioning, but his arguments that the intellect was giving was all off. Because the main thing is dharma. The whole war was started to protect dharma or universal values which were overriding that particular kingdom and overriding, it was spilling over into other kingdoms. Because if you read Mahabharata, Duryodhana's influence started increasing more and more. So it is like a mafia don, right? When you see The Godfather, a mafia leader who is given to a lot of crimes, who does not respect dharma. Yes, we have compassion, we know from his background, but still his his influence is over a wide area and it's spreading influence. Is it not the right of the people fighting for dharma to protect dharma in the land? Yes, it is. It is with anything in today's day and age as well. If Hitler was allowed to just run riot, can you imagine what the world would look like today? So it is in many times we have to make difficult choices, and difficult choices always entail sacrifices. So we cannot have a gain without loss in the world. It works like that. For every gain, there will definitely be a loss. So we can't avoid losses because we want something to happen. So if there is a doubt regarding any activity, the Shastra, the texts also give you license to approach somebody that you trust. In Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a beautiful section which says, Ye tatra brahmana asam arshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyahu yathate tatra varteran. So approach somebody who has knowledge of right and wrong, somebody who follows universal values, somebody who is wise, somebody you look up to. In India, that's why in those days also every court, every kingdom used to have a guru as well. Like Vashishta was the guru of Rama. Each court used to have a spiritual leader. These spiritual leaders were approached for their guidance in what is right to do in the world, what is not right to do. They were also there to give laukika advice or worldly advice, not just to talk about Atma. So there were people in those days that we could approach as leaders. We call them the advisors. Even in any country, you have an advisory, section of population, people who are very adept in the knowledge of what they're advising in, right? Even leaders, ministers, and everybody. If you all, many of you have lived in UK, so you know the series Yes Minister or Yes Prime Minister, which is quite hilarious, where the ministers take advice from bureaucracy, right? So the bureaucrats are meant to guide the ministers. Ministers are a front to face society, but it's actually the mind behind the ministers is who? They're the advisors. So in any culture, country, you have advisors. You have to be careful who is advising, though. So that is your, first of all, prarabdha, to get a good advisor, and also your discernment to recognize who is giving correct advice. Because you can't swallow all advice. Your intellect should agree with that advice. You should put your intellect into practice and only follow the advice if your intellect agrees. So we're not blind followers and swallowers. We have our buddhi, which is a God-given right. We use our intellect to see, is that advice in line with my intellect? Am I in harmony with that advice? Only then I follow the advice. And there are other ways as well. If you really don't have anybody in your life, you can look for guidance. Elderly people in the family or elderly people also can give. But if you don't have anybody, Then some people have the habit of putting a slip in their altar, yes or no. You ask Ishvara. You let Ishvara make the decision. So you say the question, you sankalpa, I want, please give guidance on this. Whatever altar you have of prayer, place the note there, yes or no, and be ready to face whatever you get. That is also important, because some people who don't like, what they get, they say, no, I'll try it again, second time, third time. If you want to do it again, if you resist what is coming first, then you know what you want to do already. So at least that helps. You already know what you want to do because you resist what Bhagavan is giving you. So anyway, that is another way.